Namaste, angels. This is the daily reading for Thursday, September 19th. We're going to begin with the year 1356, when English forces under Edward the Black Prince defeat the French at the Battle of Poitiers and capture the French king during the Hundred Years' War. 1870 or 88. The siege of Paris by Prussian forces begins. It lasts until January the 28th, 1871. 1893. New Zealand becomes the first country to grant all women the right to vote. 1985. An 8.1 earthquake in Mexico City kills an estimated 10,000 and leaves 250,000 homeless. And lastly, 1986, U.S. federal health officials announced that AZT will be available to AIDS patients. Did you know one of the first known modern beauty contests is held in Spa, Belgium, on September 19th in 1888. Maybe that's where the name Spa, as in treatment, comes from, because that's how it's spelled, S-P-A, Belgium. Famous birthdays: Antonius Pius, Jean-Baptiste Joseph Delambre, William Golding, Jeremy Irons, and Jimmy Fallon. Would you believe Otzi the Iceman, 3300 BCE old mummy, is discovered by German tourists in the Italian Alps on this day, September 19th in 1991, 191991. Or 9191991. Famous weddings: 1945, actress Shirley Temple, 17, weds actor John Agar, 24, in an Episcopal ceremony in Wilshire Methodist Church. 1959, Academy Award-winning actor Rod Steiger, 34, weds stage and film actress Claire Bloom, 28, in Los Angeles, California. And 1964, author Peter Benchley, 24, weds Winifred B. Wesson. Famous divorces: 1972, actor Phil Harmon, 23, divorces Gretchen Lewis after 2 years of marriage. And 2016, actress Angelina Jolie, 41, files for divorce from fellow actor Brad Pitt, 52, citing irreconcilable differences. Famous deaths: James Garfield, Guy Gibson, Orville Redenbacher, and Jake LaMotta. Jake LaMotta, or Giacobbe LaMotta, was a world middleweight boxing champion, American. The former world middleweight champion, nicknamed the Bronx Bull and the Raging Bull, who was portrayed by Robert De Niro in the 1980 film Raging Bull. He was born on July 10th in 1922 in New York City, New York, USA, and was a Cancer. He died on September 19th in 2017 at the age of 95. Orville Redenbacher was a businessman. He is famous for having invented Orville Redenbacher's gourmet popping corn. He was born on July 16th, 77, in 1907 in Brazil, Indiana, USA, and was a Cancer. He died on September 19th in 1995 at the age of 88. He suffered a heart attack and drowned. Guy Gibson was an RAF pilot, British. He was the commanding officer for the Royal Air Force number 617 Squadron and led Operation Chastise, the dam busters raid over the Ruhr dams in May of 1943. He was later awarded the Victoria Cross, becoming at the time the most highly decorated British serviceman. He continued to fly and was killed in action while on another air raid over Germany, his plane crashing in the Netherlands in 1944. He was born on August 12th in 1918 in Simia, India, and was a Leo. He died on September 19th in 1944 at the age of 26. He was killed in action. And lastly, for the deaths, James Garfield was the 20th U.S. president. He was a Republican and had been member of the U.S. House of Representatives from Ohio's 19th district prior. His presidential term went from March 4th in 1881 through September 19th in 1881. He was preceded by Rutherford B. Hayes and succeeded by Chester A. Arthur. The 20th president of the United States, his presidency lasted just 200 days. He's got a lot of 2s or 11s and a lot of 9s. He had the 1881s. From March 4th in 1881 until his death on September 19th in 1881 as a result of being shot by an assassin earlier in the year. He who represented Ohio in the House of Representatives is to this day the only president elected who was a sitting House member. Despite his exceptionally brief period of time in office, his accomplishments as president included a controversial resurgence of presidential authority above senatorial courtesy in executive appointments, energizing U.S. naval power, and purging corruption in the Post Office Department. He also advocated for civil service reform, which was signed into law by his successor. Garfield was shot by Chester J. Gutierrez on July 2nd, so 9, in 1881, 9-9. The wound was not immediately fatal, but bad medical practices and uses of unwashed tools and hands by his doctors led to the wound becoming infected. He died on September 19th in 1881, making him one of 4 presidents to have been assassinated, following Abraham Lincoln and before William McKinley and John F. Kennedy. He was succeeded by his vice president, Chester A. Arthur. James Garfield was born on November 19th in 1831 in Moreland Hills, Ohio, USA, and was a Scorpio. He died on September 19th in 1881 at the age of 49 of assassination. Very interesting. Going back up to the birthdays, Jimmy Fallon is a comedian and TV host, best known for his work in television as a cast member on Saturday Night Live and as the host of late night talk show The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. He was born on September 19th in 1974 in New York City, New York, United States, and is 44 years old, a tiger on the Chinese zodiac and a Virgo. Jeremy Irons is 70 years old. He's an actor, English. He's famous for The Lion King and The Real Thing. He was born on September 19th in 1948 in Cowes, Isle of Wight, England, and is 70 years old, a rat on the Chinese zodiac and a Virgo. William Golding was a Nobel laureate and a novelist, English. He's best known for his novel Lord of the Flies and for winning the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1983. He was born on September 19th in 1911, which of course is 1119 backwards, in Newquay, England, and was a Virgo. He died on June 19th, which is Juneteenth, and he passed in the year 1993 at the age of 81 of heart failure. So this is like the 3rd day in a row that Juneteenth came up. And this guy was born in the year 1119. The last person I did was born on 1119, as in November 19th. So a lot of these dates repeating. Jean-Baptiste Joseph Delambre was a mathematician and an astronomer, French, an influential French mathematician and an astronomer who was a major figure in the establishment of the new metric system in France. In 1792, Delambre was commissioned to measure part of the meridian to discover a more accurate measurement of the meter after the French had decided on a new metric system of weights and measures in 1790. Despite delays because of the French Revolution and being mistaken for a spy, Delambre finished his part in 1797 and reported his findings in 1799. In 1801, he was appointed secretary to the Academy of Sciences. Academy des Sciences, actually, which I'm sure still means Academy of Sciences. And he was also director of the Paris Observatory, and he wrote a number of well-known books on the history of astronomy. He was born on September 19th in 1749 in Amiens, France, and was a Virgo. He died on August 19th in the year 1822 at the age of 72. Are you guys noticing that a lot of these people that were either born or died on September 19th also were born or died on some other 19? A lot of them so far. We're almost done, actually, too. Actually, there's just one more guy, Antonius Pius. He's a bust, and his full name, it says, was Titus Fulvius Aelius Hadrianus Antonius Augustus Pius. And he was a Roman emperor from the year 138 to the year 161. He was a member of the Nerva-Antoine dynasty and the Aurelii. During his reign, the empire had perhaps its greatest time of peace and prosperity. He was born on September 19th in the year 86 in Lanuvium, Italy, and was a Virgo. He died on March 7th in the year 161 at the age of 74, which I think was a pretty long life in those days. Going to the dice, we're beginning with 29, spiritual partnership. Forget it. And dirty movie. Spirit still says 29. Stay in bed. And email. Going to the cards. Beginning with the Queen of Spring, who's talented, brilliant, independent, and charming. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You can have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can handle it all. Opening to the King of Summer, who's warm-hearted, devoted, loving, and faithful. A trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. The King of Summer is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. As may be the Queen of Spring, she may be a Scorpio as well, ruled by Mars. If not, a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. King of Summer. In Major Arcana card 16, Life Experience, or the Tower. Important changes are coming into your life that will require you to take action. Don't hesitate to move in new directions that you know are right for you. Major Arcana card Life Experience, opposite the King of Summer, may have something to do with a King of Summer experiencing something very unexpected and quick, or could be like love and emotion coming in, or even generosity coming toward you. Something, again, very unexpected and quick coming toward you, whether you're a water sign or not. Tower. Maybe something having to do with a home. And opening to the Ace of Winter. Implementation of your brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you to refine your plan and to reshape your goals into something even better. So, again, something coming in very fast, but it's a new start, or it gives way to a new start. If it's an ending. Maybe something having to do with an ending, because I think actually the moon's still in Taurus on this day. Ace of Winter. And the Princess of Spring, energetic, outgoing, optimistic, and creative. Creative opportunities that you feel passionate about are fluttering your way. Personal growth and broadened horizons will spark fresh and original ideas. The Princess of Spring is also maybe a Scorpio, or a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. I'll do one more. Speaking of Scorpio, it's Major Arcana card 13, Release, or Death, which indeed represents the sign of Scorpio. It's time to release the past and to move on to something new. This ending is the first step on the way to a happier future. So I did also just mention endings as well. And I did so because Taurus, at least for us Geminis, that Taurus moon, if it is a Taurus moon again, if it's not, it's a Gemini moon, which is our first house of self. But if it is a Taurus moon again, which I think it is, then that is our 12th house of endings. And coming to the Prince of Winter, who's decisive, focused, driven, and impulsive. And maybe that Gemini I was just talking about, or Libra, Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. This is also a very fast-moving energy that comes in, perhaps unexpectedly. Often it is something for which you've been waiting, because you've been waiting for a decision, or you're needing to make a decision. So it's typically not unexpectedly, but it's still quite fast. Get ready for progress to speed up. This situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion and to make your decisions quickly. Speaking of fast-moving energy, the overall energy is the Wheel, Major Arcana card 10. Which is also very sudden and quickly moving energy. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. The wheel represents the planet Jupiter, ruler of the sign of Sagittarius, also connected to the fixed signs like Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and who did I leave out? Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus. Oh, Leo. Leo. Crowning the masculine on this state, again with the Devil, Major Arcana card 15, Ego, or the Devil, which could just be, again, representing a Capricorn perhaps, and or Saturn. You may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. Major Arcana card 15, Ego, is, of course, the Devil in the traditional tarot. So, yeah, he is feeling stuck and scared about like what's to come, the unknown, change, fear of change. The Nine of Winter. Your worries and fears aren't real. They're fueled by focusing on the negative, which gives power to that of which you're afraid. Stop worrying, let go of fear, and everything will be okay. He's like really down. Masculine subconscious, the Four of Summer. It's like being unimpressed and disappointed. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting to you, because his head is so like in the negative. He's not seeing much good. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. I hate to see that. Crowning the feminine, rather. The Six of Autumn. Now, this is positive. This is assistance. Your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire rise loans, or to receive a grant or a scholarship. In return for heaven's blessings, be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time or money to reputable charities. Six of Autumn, like I said, is about some sort of assistance coming in. It could be actual financial assistance. And like, say, for example, we just saw the Tower several times. It could be financial assistance coming in relation to paying your mortgage, paying, maybe it's a good rate. It's a really low rate on your mortgage, or you're getting to refinance. Or it's, I don't know, like some sort of rental assistance, Section 8, or... it's financial aid for school or something like that sort of thing. Feminine surrounded by the Prince of Winter. Again, decisive, focused, impulsive, and driven. Prince of Winter, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, maybe one that has to decide really quickly what they're going to do. Are you going to accept this offer that's being given to you, this generosity? Get ready for progress to speed up. This situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion and to make your decisions quickly. Feminine, awaiting a decision or needing to make one, or both. Feminine subconscious, the Queen of Winter. Experienced, self-sufficient, brilliant, and funny. All of your life experiences have prepared you for this moment of truth. It's time to declutter your home, to clear away situations that aren't working for you anymore, and to disengage from people who create more drama than happiness. The Queen of Winter, like the Prince, is also a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. These could also be Gemini's rulers, Mercury and Venus. And or perhaps something going on involving two air signs or somebody with double air. Not unlike myself. Gemini Sun, Aquarius Moon, or vice versa. Gemini Sun, Aquarius Moon. The way the tarot does it. The Queen is the fixed sign, so that's Aquarius. And the Prince in the tarot actually does represent Gemini. For me, it's the pages, because I attribute those to the mutable signs, but like traditional tarot practice, the Knight of Swords is in fact a Gemini. Anyway, crowning. The King of Winter too now. Intelligent, impartial, respected, and unemotional. At this time, it's very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional, and act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert that you can find. The King of Winter, of course, like the Prince and the Queen, is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. He's often like a judge or a lawyer or somebody for me too. And so maybe that is from whom we are awaiting a decision. Or, again, somebody that decides if we're getting financial aid or assistance or help. What's going to happen? At the root, foundation, the Ace of Summer. It looks like they will decide that we are. Right? Something new and wonderful that's going to make us happy and emotionally fulfilled is coming our way. This is the beginning, or recently did. That's possible too. And so now all this other stuff is happening. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. It may be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. It could be some sort of air-on-air relationship. The heart of the matter. Wow. The Princess of Winter. Maybe this is the day of the Gemini moon in our first house of self. I don't know. The Princess of Winter is logical, truthful, curious, and undiplomatic. This is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. If helpful information is put to you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. So we may hear something. For the masculine, we may be afraid to hear something that we don't want to hear. Afraid we're going to get news that's contrary to what we want. For somebody could even be worried about jail or something. Again, the judge, being trapped, being chained, worried, news you don't want. Involving an air sign tied to it. But can't help but to see this Ace of Summer sitting here, and again to consider our overall energy of Major Arcana card, the Wheel. However, just now when I picked up this wheel, the Three of Winter behind it. So maybe something did happen, and we were suffering, or did have something to be concerned about. But again, positive energy comes in that helps us out of there. Also up right behind that, the Seven of Autumn. So saying that we planted the seeds. We did what we needed to do to reap abundance. And we should be confident that we will. And sure enough, right behind that, also upright, is the Queen of Autumn, who is thoughtful, caring, creative, and ingenious. A Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. You will be given advice that's both practical and creative, and it should be followed precisely. Focus only upon the positive in every situation or person. Further advice to the masculine. Major Arcana card 18, the Moon, which represents the sign of Pisces. It's important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. Like I said, the masculine was afraid of like fear of the unknown, fear of what's to come that's new, fear of maybe letting something go and allowing something to end because, the devil, right? The ego is the devil. The devil, is, more comfortable for you to keep around. You don't know what may be coming. But the idea when the moon shows up is for you to remain confident that the signs that you've been shown and the guidance you've been given is accurate, and that if you follow it, everything's going to be cool. For the feminine, our advice, Major Arcana card 7, the Chariot. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies at once through determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and the recognition that you're receiving. So like this reward, this again, like this assistance, whatever this is, this Ace of Summer, and maybe an opportunity involving an air sign or several air signs, or again, our rulers, Venus and Mercury, coming your way. Again, maybe involving a home or an apartment or something and moving. Maybe we're being given an opportunity to move. If it's not literal movement, then of course it's metaphoric movement. And we're in the driver's seat. We're in control. We've just got it going on. You can successfully, do whatever it is you want because why? You're at the reins. The Chariot is also about travel. Somebody could be paying you a visit. You could be paying somebody a visit. Or with the Ace of Summer, which can be about reconciliation and reunions, it could be about revisiting something or, metaphorically revisiting a situation, a circumstance, a relationship. And again, having things go your way. Maybe involving a car or some sort of vehicle also. Could be a court or a legal situation, maybe involving a vehicle or travel, movement, or not. It could be some sort of situation, legal or otherwise, some sort of debate requiring negotiations and a settlement, and it's just that it's in favor of the feminine with this energy of generosity again and assistance that she's earned that's coming toward her, and the Chariot, which is a major card of victory, maybe the number one card of victory in the tarot, only to be seconded by the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands. Those are the three cards that are all about victory. So she's winning. Masculine, very afraid. Maybe I'll pull him one more card. But for somebody, I think this could happen. If it's not jail, it's just some other sort of like probation or something, but maybe not legal probation, but maybe like at a job or, some sort of probationary period that somebody's going through also. Or where it is like a jail situation, you know how they do like a time served, and they just tell you that you'll be on probation. So it's kind of like you're in jail, but you're outside, or you're serving some time, but you're outside. Somebody could be going through something like that too. I don't know if they're an air sign or maybe a Capricorn or maybe a Pisces, but something's happening with jail for somebody. Don't be afraid. So yeah, one more card for this for the masculine's devil. Three of Autumn. So again, don't be afraid. Positive things coming the way of the masculine too. Because he too has earned something positive, some sort of abundance. Your most satisfying and profitable career or relationship or anything that you want comes from following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth into the world. And the next one, I was going to be greedy, but it is upside down, so I won't. And I think we've seen enough anyway. We've got an overall energy of the wheel. The feminine has got the Chariot here. The masculine's got the Three of Summer here. We got the Ace of Summer here between the two of us at the bottom. Feminine also with the Six of Autumn. So again, a lot of positive energy and generosity being shown to both archetypes on this day. And if something major isn't happening on this day, definitely something's in the works. So maybe it's behind the scenes you can't see. It has started on this day. And we'll begin to play out, unwind. Masculine, definitely watch your spirits, watch your thoughts, and by spirits I mean like be upbeat. Try to remain upbeat, not like this, and everything should be good. Everything should play out in a very positive way. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the daily. I will be back tomorrow for Friday's Namaste.